Now, I want to take a look at the other issues before us, too, as we look at the globalist issues, as we look at the fact that part of the globalist strategy is to replace cultures, to create an environment with not only open borders, but with massive immigration, to make sure that there is no effective resistance locally to their globalist moves, that everybody sees themselves simply as some place for a job. They have no loyalty to the country or the culture that they live in, so they're easily controlled by a globalist government. And of course, that's what's behind the massive immigration. I want to take a look for a moment at the back and forth claims of tolerance and intolerance. This is brought to light by the German defense minister going to Saudi Arabia and refusing to wear a hijab during her meeting with one of the officials there. I guess the question is, to burqa or not to burqa? That is the question. This was Ursula von der Leyen, and her team did not wear the traditional veil, which is worn by women, or the full-length abaya garment, even though she has claimed to, quote-unquote, respect the country's customs. That was according to the Sun. They put that term, respect, in quotes. And I have to ask, why is, quote-unquote, respect flow only in one direction? Where is the respect for the individual to make their choices? Where is the respect for our culture? And we're going to see there is no respect for our culture. But first, let's talk about the reaction in Saudi Arabia. It says her decision not to wear a hijab during her meeting with the deputy crown prince was not met warmly by the Saudis, who took to Twitter to express their anger. Okay, so understand that the Saudi crown prince, deputy crown prince, they've got a large bureaucracy there just in royalty, but they can go to Twitter and complain about it. They're not bad if they complain. It's only bad when Donald Trump goes to Twitter and says something. So that's bad. But then they came out and said the German defense minister not wearing a hijab in Saudi Arabia was deliberate. This is an insult to Saudi Arabia. Well, she wasn't having any of it. She pushed right back and said, no woman in my delegation will be required to wear the abaya, as the right to choose one's attire is the right shared by men and women equally. Understand, we are not your slaves. We are not going to be dictated to you as to how we're going to dress. And yet, that is precisely what is happening in France. So they demand that when the German people go to Saudi Arabia, that they dress as the Saudis demand. But when the Muslims come to France, then the French women have to adopt their customs. You see how this works? RT reports, women are shunned in some Muslim neighborhoods in France. This is a report done by France 2 TV, an investigation, also with the aid of a group called BDM. Says cafes are no-go for feminine sex. Streets full solely of men and women are veiled from head to toe. No, this is not a highly religious neighborhood in Saudi Arabia, but a suburb of Paris with predominantly Muslim population. And this investigation, they went in with a hidden camera, and they went into one cafe. And listen to this dialogue that goes back and forth. All male customers in this cafe. A woman walks in. They were asked, are you looking for men? In other words, are you whores? And they said, there are men in this cafe. And the women said, it's okay. In the world, there are men and women. And they said, the men in the cafe answered, no, this is Sevron, not Paris. We have a different mentality. They said, it's not like in France, it is like back home. Understand that? They do not see France as their home. They will not assimilate into France any more than our immigrants coming into this country want to be Americans. These people do not want to be French. They want France to be Muslim. It's not like our home. Or they said, this area is like our home. It's not like France. And then the woman replies, or the women reply, but it is France, because this area is only 9.5 miles from the very center of Paris. That is what we see happening here. And as they pointed out, is that in other neighborhoods in France, women have become undesirable in public places. Walking in a skirt, having a coffee on the terrace can become a real challenge for them. Meanwhile, look at the way the intolerance flows here in America. You think this is a European problem? No. We now have the University of Maryland and a Project UMD where students are protesting and demanding that they never have movies like American Sniper on campus again because it offends Muslims. And this was something that became national news back in the spring of 2015. The student entertainment events scheduled American Sniper for screening in the student union. There were big responses back against that, and now they have organized And listen to these demands. They demand not only that they ban movies that they think offend Muslims, but they also demand that they have safe prayer rooms on campus. They want one prayer room in each building, and they demand shuttle services to the mosque, which is a half-hour drive away from the college. That's tolerance, isn't it? No, it is conquest of our country. Stay with us. We'll be right back, and we're going to talk about the Electoral College.
Three years ago, the Congress in the National Defense Authorization Act repealed the law that had been on the books for decades, barring the CIA and other agencies from engaging in domestic propaganda and disinformation. Over the weekend, they passed the Countering Disinformation and Propaganda Act that funds $160+ million to this new organization that will, quote, discover and counter with its own disinformation alternative media that they dub fake news. At the very same time, we see mainstream media claiming that Trump, myself, Tucker Carlson, you name it, are Russian agents, and that the American people really wanted Hillary Clinton, but the Russians somehow hacked in, and that's why Trump won. Yes, we've gotten Trump elected, but they're openly trying to overthrow that. Now more than ever, InfoWars needs your prayers and your support, and I need you to take the articles and the videos that are on the site and realize you're the reason we're having such an effect. You're the power of InfoWars. Get those articles, get those videos, get those special reports out to everyone you know. As we approach Christmas, I'm not even supposed to say that word now, our country's under such incredible thought police tyranny. It's important to be thankful, and I am extremely thankful to all of you that have prayed for us, that have spread the word about the broadcast, that have supported us, that have defended us, and that have financially supported us. We go out and search for the very best products, and we also develop amazing products and then bring them to you at very competitive prices. So when we have a sale, it really is a sale. That's why this week through the 17th, we can guarantee you'll get delivery before Christmas. Again, if you order by this Friday, the 17th, and you will get store-wide free shipping at InfoWarsStore.com. And on top of that, some of the biggest discounts of the year. 30% off Living Defense Parasite Cleanse, 50% off Colloidal Silver Bullet, and free shipping. That is just an incredible deal. Brain Force Plus, now with 20% more in each bottle and 30% off. $19.95, can't beat that deal. Winter Sun, Vitamin D3, 25% off. Survival Shield, X2, Nascent Iodine, again, an amazing 30% off. BioTrue Selenium, 30% off, and that's just some of the specials. Check them out today at InfoWarsStore.com or InfoWarsLife.com, or call toll free. The great crew will answer your questions, tell you about some of the other specials, and take your order if you'd like. 888-253-3139. And finally, from myself, Alex Jones, and the rest of the InfoWars crew and my family, I want to wish all of you a blessed and Merry Christmas.